Life After Death is the best album ever recorded ever in
You're
life.
crazy. So Illmatic doesn't exist?
You are not equipped. You're not equipped to argue with me about Life After Death being the best album
That's a
ever.
that's a biased opinion though, because you're from Brooklyn.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Then you got one too, right?
Nah, because I think Nas' album is better than that one.
Have you ever listened to Life After Death or Ready to Die, start to finish? Because I don't even think your generation listens to albums.
I haven't.
Straight through.
I haven't. But I've heard both of the albums though.
But you can't have this argument with me, bro. I'm just letting you know.
That's like the old head telling him, yo, young nigga, sit down. You don't know what you're talking about.
That's exactly what I'm doing. That's exactly what I'm doing. Exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly.
That's crazy, man.
Whenever you ready, bro, we can link up. We can just throw it on, and you know what I'm saying.
That's
just crazy. See what it is. And
I
can explain to you why this shit is super hot fire, nigga.
And Illmatic wasn't?
Yes, it was. But there's a difference.
Yeah.
I'll show you.
So you saying that you think that album is a better album, but do you think Biggie's a better rapper than Nas?
I think that I definitely believe Biggie was a better rapper than Nas. I think that Nas's album at the time, the impact, crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But if we go in artistry-wise, painting pictures, being versatile, different flows, nah, bro, come on. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?
Wow.
You're saying this about people that would say, yes, it was him.
No, they wouldn't. Everybody that's a hip hop historian that was back there from the golden era of hip hop, which is the 90s, I've heard maybe 70% of them say that Nas got the best album ever.
We're gonna find out tomorrow.
They said that Nas had the best album ever. I've seen these debates before.
75% of the people in Queens told you.
No, not Queens. Not Queens. No, listen. Let me tell you something about that though, right? Because a lot of people from Queens say that Get Rich or Die Trying is the best album ever. So it's not just Queens. I'm talking about the masses, the people that debate about rap topics from the Ebros or the Joe Buddens or like those type of people. They say that
I don't care about what Ebro or Joe Budden says, my nigga.
Yeah.
What?
Okay.
No, nigga, I'm for Nas, son. These albums mean more to me than it would ever mean to them. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
So nah.
Respect.
Nah.
I'm gonna go
Nas.
Nas.
And that's no disrespect to nobody. Just it is what it is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Respect.
Respect.
But that opinion you just gave me the same thing that Jim Jones is saying. It's outlandish.
It's not.
Okay.
It's outlandish.
Yeah. It's the same shit. You and Jim are in the same boat right now. You and Jim in the same boat right now.
They gonna tear you up in the comments, bro. They're gonna
Wouldn't be the first
tear
time.
you up.
Wouldn't be the first time.
And you know, love to Jim. They're gonna tear you up for comparing Jim Jones to Biggie, bro.
No.
They're gonna tear you up, bro.
That's not what I did.
Nas knew who his competition was.
Yeah.
I don't think Nas considers Jim his competition. But at that time, he knew
Biggie
who his competition was.
Wasn't Biggie like the only other big artist other than him?
Bro, we're just gonna sit down and watch that. Listen to the album, bro.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Okay, we can do that.
You got it. All right.
What's your top 5 albums of all time? Have you ever answered that question before?
Top 5
albums, not top 5 rappers. Top 5 albums.
All right. This is where it's gonna get spooky. Where can all right.
Don't say all 90s shit, please.
You're asking me this question, but have you ever listened to an album from start to finish? Because you're from
Kanye West album, Lil Wayne album, I've listened to from start to finish. Absolutely.
Kanye West in your top 5?
Rappers? Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. And Wayne. Yeah.
You know, I feel like depending on the era that you grow up, your teenage years, whoever your favorite rapper is, that's what it's gonna be for life.
Yeah.
I don't think it changes.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
I agree. And Wayne and Ye.
But if we want to get technical, I can show you why I'm right. I can show you why.
You like being right, don't you?
No. I don't need to be right.
You like being right.
I don't need to be right.
Okay.
but I do need to set things right.
Cause you
know
made
what I'm
that smirk you did. That's
you know what I'm saying?
yo, that smirk you did was like some evil Joker shit. What you just did.
Because I know. All right, if you can appreciate their albums,
yeah,
and knowing that they're inspired by the person that I'm gonna introduce you to, I'm excited for you because you're gonna hear something and be like, oh shit. And I love that.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean?
I think every generation was inspired by the generation before them.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. The same way Young Thug came out and then a whole bunch of people came up on the Young Thug and they was inspired by Young Thug.
Right.
Young Thug was inspired by Wayne. Wayne was inspired by Hov. Every generation is always inspired by the previous one.
Right.
Yeah.
But sometimes you can go back. Sometimes the talent is so great that no matter what generation listens to it, they're gonna be like, oh, this shit was just, this is what y'all had?
No, I don't think the generation under me would appreciate Biggie's music.
Why not?
I don't think a 19-year-old, because they don't even know what that is. They don't know what bars is. They don't know what lyric that's not what they into.
The average 19-year-old. But the 19-year-old that's doing this,
yeah,
he'll understand it.
He's gonna go to Kendrick.
No, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, it's possible. Yeah. I've listened to albums before my time and have been amazed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. But yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Got you.
So if you can recognize the art of it, you can see like, oh, this is why this shit. There's probably songs that was way before your time that when they play them in the club, you know the words.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because it was just a timeless record, so you're always gonna hear it in the club.
Do you think Biggie would have been as successful as he was without that guy who put him on?
When you say that guy who put him on,
Diddy.
Just say his name.
Diddy.
I think that Diddy was part of a chemistry that made that music great.
Yeah.
So no. Just like I don't think Rockefeller would have been what it was without Dame. You know what I mean? So sometimes it's just this chemistry works right now.
Yeah.
And it's making shit crazy.
Got you.
And then you can't have one without the other. You know what I mean? Say what you will about, whatever, innocent to proven guilty, no matter how crazy shit looks. Say what you will about that, but there was some classic music that came out of that label.
1000%.
You know what I mean?
Is that the best label of all time?
Kind of hard to say. What's the best label in your opinion?
I would go the Cash Money, Young Money.
Cash Money, Young Money?
Yeah.
That album is
the label, yeah. I would say them or Death Row.
I'm not mad at that. We might need you to pull up.
I know a little something.
You know what I'm saying?
I know a little something, man.
You're gonna learn some more. I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, Death Row definitely.
And I know my people probably gonna kill me, and I'm so mad at myself that I didn't say Murder Inc. But Murder Inc. is definitely a part of that too. Yeah. Sorry, man. Murder Inc. is in that too. My bad, man. Word. Yeah, R.P. Irv.
R.P. Irv. Yeah, we had a very deep conversation yesterday. Okay, so getting past it, because just remember, at some point you gotta hang out with me for like an hour and a half to listen to this album.
Say less.
Remember that.
Say less.
There's a show coming up. What's the name of it? Hoffa, I'm back with 100 opinions, and I'm here with Trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know. Nas or Jim Jones?
You talking about like who rap better? Yo, bro, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Jim Jones, bro. I'm gonna have to go with Jim Jones, but
it makes sense.
But hold on, but time out.
Definitely makes sense.
But time out, hold on. When you want to talk about woke rapping and all that, Nas got it. But I don't know Jim.
Rapping?
You know what I'm talking about, bro. Like that Malcolm X rapping, bro. Fetty Wap is better than Jim Jones.